गुरुजी हेलो।
हाँ नमस्कार।
नमस्कार। आवाज नहीं आ रही थी।
ओह सॉरी,
आई वाज नॉट एबल टू हियर इट।
राइट राइट।
नमस्कार गुरुजी।
नमस्कार। हाँ yeah, namaskara everyone. So this was the homework we had last week and many of you have tried your best, that's great, but just for general understanding, better understanding, let's go through this slowly and understand it properly. So there were many questions about what is a Visheshanam and whether a Visheshanam is Avyayam or something like that, which is great. I mean, whenever if there are questions, that indicates that the learning process is on, it's going on. So questions are always welcome. Now the first sentence here, before that, so before going to the sentence, first let me try to explain the Visheshanam and Visheshana again. Can somebody try to explain what is Visheshanam and what is Visheshya and Visheshanam? Yeah, Sandhya Bhagini.
Asking me, Guruji?
Yeah, Sandhya Bhagini.
Namaskara.
Namaskara. Visheshyam and Visheshanam.
Visheshyam is what is being described.
Mm-hmm.
And Visheshanam is the adjective.
Visheshanam is adjective.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Udaharanam kim?
Udaharanam, if I want to, in this homework, the first one, if I want to describe the khagaha, the birds, I can say khagaha sundaraha vrikshe upavishati. But if I want to describe the vriksham, then I have to say khagaha is it unnate vrikshe or unnatam vriksham? Because the Visheshyam and the Visheshanam will take the same
Vibhakti and Lingam Vachanam.
Correct. So if I want to describe the birds, Sundaraha Khagaha, beautiful birds.
Yeah. Then what are the other question?
The question was, if I want to describe the tree, instead of saying the bird is climbing the tall tree, will I say Khagaha Unnatam Vriksham Upavishati or Unnate Vrikshe Upavishati?
So forget that Visheshanam. Forget Visheshanam. If you just want to say the bird sits on the tree, how are you going to say it?
Khagaha Vrikshe Upavishati.
Yes. Khagaha Vrikshe Upavishati. Now you add the Visheshanam.
Oh, so Unnate Vrikshe Upavishati.
Yes.
Okay. Dhanyavada.
Okay. Now just a general understanding here. Visheshanam and Visheshyam. So let's Visheshyam, for example, forget the Visheshyam, Visheshanam, what is the relationship here? Now, for example, suppose there are many trees, right? I'll draw a tree. Is this a tree? No. So there are many trees, right? Okay. So there are many trees, and so trees, let's say, call it vrikshaha. what we say is vrikshaha. So there are many trees, and we want to describe one tree as a tall tree. So tall tree. Tall tree, what we say? Unnata. Unnata is tall tree. So before this linga vachana bhakti, what is this visheshana and vishesha sambandha? There is a larger group of things or objects. I am representing this as a big circle here. This is this represents a circle. Let's say a circle represents the many objects here. So these are all trees, let's say, and there are some tall trees. So what we can, how do we represent using a circle? We'll draw another circle within that, correct? So the tall trees, the group of tall trees is a subset of this bigger group, correct? That smaller group is a subset of a bigger group. Subset means it is part of the bigger group. So the smaller group has a description for it, right? The bigger group is a general group. Like it is, they are all trees. So there could be a short tree, big tree, small tree, brown tree, this tree, that tree, okay, a mango tree. But this one, small, there are some 3-4 trees out of say 10 big trees, 10 all general trees, 3 trees which are like tall. So the description or gunadharma is tall. So this gunadharma or Vishesh or speciality, this is a speciality. Gunadharma means what? Speciality. That's what it is describing, right? Description. So that makes it, that group, to stand apart from the larger group. That is how we have to understand the relationship between Vishesham and Visheshanam. Now, larger group is a general group, common group. And within that we attribute or use a gunadharma. Gunadharma means a quality or a description to narrow down only few objects, few things within that bigger group. So that becomes Visheshanam. Visheshanam means that the word we are going to use to describe a smaller number of objects given a bigger number of objects. Bigger number of things are there, bigger group is there, and we distinguish or keep them, make them separate using a special word. So that special word is Visheshanam. And one of the things here, each of the things within the smaller group becomes Vishesham, that which is being described. And that Visheshanam means that Visheshana Padam or Visheshana Shabda will not describe the things which are outside that smaller group. But they are similar. Like these are also trees, Vrikshaha, Vrikshaha. Right? But when we say Unnata Vrikshaha, then it applies to only smaller number of groups, and other things in the general Vriksha group, they are excluded. So the Unnata quality does not apply to the bigger group. Yeah. Any questions so far on this relationship or on this concept? Visheshanam and Vishesham. Visheshanam is the quality. Unnata. Okay. Now similarly, if you take another example, say of books, big books, small books, long books, short books, writing books, notebooks, etc. Different kinds of books are there, and so that represents a bigger group, and in that we want to distinguish only the books which are big, or let's say big. So that makes it a smaller group. So all other books which are not big will be outside that circle. This is how we can visualize between Visheshanam and Visheshyam, and a general thing. Now note that, coming back to Vruksha example, so there are a lot of trees, Vrukshaha, there are many Vrukshaha here, Vrukshaha Santi, different Vrukshaha, and only say, let's say 2 of them are Unnata by our standards. Only we want to say 2 of them are Unnata Vruksha. So what we do is we take these ones, okay, let's use a different color, these two, and say that these are Unnata Vrukshao, Unnata. Now note that this is also Unnata and this is also Unnata, means when we say this is Vruksha, this is a Unnataha Vrukshaha and this is Unnataha Vrukshaha. That is why that word which is used to describe the thing, the quality of the one of the or a few of the things there, itself represents a tree, okay? Itself represents that object actually. So this Unnata means it is a tree. Unnata is a tree. It is Gunadharma is a tallness. Okay? Tall is a tree. When we say tall tree or only tall, we can also say that that is tall. That is tall means what? That tree is small, tall. So we can point our hand or finger towards a tree and we can say that is a tree, and we can also say that is tall. Okay? We don't always say that is tall tree, right? We can also say it's tall tree, but we can also alternatively say it is tall or that is tall. So the tall means the tree itself, but it distinguishes that tall distinguishes that tree from other objects, so other trees. But what is the actual quality here? Quality is not tall. Quality is the tallness. But the tree is tall. So the tree and the tall both are, you can exchange the words, right? You can replace the words with one another where if there is a tallness in that tree, correct? Easy, right? Easy to understand?
Yes, understand.
Okay.
Understood. Understood.
So same thing is like, let's say there are many snacks are there. Khadyam, bahuni khadyani santi. So there is like what khadya do you like? Lakshmikant Mode, do you like any khadyam? Gulab jamun?
I could not understand the question. The presentation is black there.
Sorry?
Whatever presentation you have shown, the page is black. It is
It is blank. I am drawing it.
black and blank. Okay.
Yes, I am
So I
drawing.
did not understand the question.
Question is what snack do you like to eat?
What?
Snacks. Sweet.
Snacks. Sweet. Madhura.
What do you like?
Snacks.
Do you like Srikhand? Do you like Gulab Jamun? Do you like
Madhura.
Basund?
I forgot this. Madhura.
No. Just tell me in some simple English or Hindi word or Marathi word.
Sweet gulab jamun.
Okay, good. Gulab Jamun. So there are Gulab Jamuns and there are like another sweet. What is the other sweet?
Other are Kaju Katri.
Okay, Kaju Katli. So there are Kaju Katlis like this. There are many Srikhand or something there. And, okay, so there are many. Suppose there are Khadyam. Okay, there are sweets are there, and we. So these are all Khadya, and there are other Khadya also. Let's say there is a. What is the Khadya? Difficult to think of a Khadyam.
Guruji, how about laddu, peda, samosa?
Oh, samosa, yeah, samosa. Yeah, I'm looking for some non-sweet. Yeah, laddu. So there are different khadyam, like there are snacks are there, and then we want to describe the ones which are sweet, or we want to describe them sweet. So we can just call them sweet, right? Sweet is the adjective. Sweetness is the quality. Right? So madhuram is the adjective. So we can say madhuram khadyam, right? Madhuram khadyam, or we can say only khadyam. Only khadyam includes all of them, but only which are madhuram. Let's say these three are madhuram. They are sweet. These are also khadyam only. We can also refer to them as khadyam, but we can also refer to them as madhuram also. Only madhuram, only sweet, right? We can also say that they are sweet. This is sweet. This is sweet. This is sweet. Whereas these are not sweet, but we can also refer to these other things are also as khadyam only. Khadyam, khadyam, khadyam. All are khadyam, but these are madhuram khadyam or only madhuram. It is okay. Yeah, that is how practically we use say like that, madhuram khadyam or only madhuram. But the quality guna dharma is sweetness, madhuryam. Madhuryam is different, madhuram is different. Yeah. So there is a difference. So let's keep that madhuryam aside for now, guna dharma. So now our focus is visheshanam. How do we use visheshanam, which is madhuram here, for example, or in case of vruksha it was unnata.
While attempting this page,
Yes, Lakshmikant Mahoday, any question?
Yeah. Namaskar. Mahesh Rai here. I'm sorry I'm a little late today.
Yeah, any question?
Sir, can we commonly say swadishta khadyam?
Swadishtam. So that is another. Swadishtam is another.
That is common to all khadyam. That is common to everything.
No, swadishtam.
Everything means all the khadyam.
Khadyam is anything eatable. If you want to describe one of them, that is swadishtam, that is ruchikaram. One which is tasty, that is ruchikaram. So that is a visheshanam. So note that. So the main point to note here is that the visheshana padam can be used in place of the actual thing. So when we say unnata, this is a visheshanam, which means tall, and rukshaha means tree. So both are pointing to the same object or same thing. So you can say this eshaha vrukshaha, right? Or you can say eshaha unnataha. Rukshaha katam asti, rukshaha unnataha asti. Rukshaha tu unnataha, but eshaha api unnataha. This is tall. So you can say eshaha unnataha. So both these words, Visheshanam and Visheshyam, can be used to point to the same thing. They point to the same thing always, but they can be used independently to refer to the same object. Eshaha unnataha means it is tall. It is describing its quality. Using its quality, we are referring to that object. Quality is tallness. Because it is tall, because it has tallness as its quality, we are calling it tall. Okay, that is tall. Alternatively, general term is Vruksha. This is like any tree. Specifically to refer to say that it has the quality of tallness, we are saying Unnataha. Similarly, if it is a Khadyam, so there are many eatables are there, but one of them is sweet, so you can call it Madhuram. Etat Madhuram. Etat Khadyam to asti.
Correct or not? Madhuraha?
No, 1 second. Hold on. Madhuram. This is why. First, what is the general term for this? All the eatables. General. What is the general term?
Khadyam.
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 Right. Now, what is the lingam of this?
Napunsaka.
Napumsaka lingam, Khadyam. Now, Visheshana, that is the term which we want to use for that. Now we have to use it in the same lingam because it is pointing to the same object. Right? So, we should be able to use either this word or this word interchangeably to point to the same object. So because we want to refer to this object as a Khadyam, Khadyam is an Napumsaka lingam, so we will have to use this in the
Madhuram.
Madhuram, not Madhuraha, Lakshmikan Madhya.
Clear.
Huh?
Clear.
Here let's okay. First focus on this. Here we will come to that here later. Khadyam.
It was told earlier also, but forgot.
But understand, this is important. Understand the concept. So same thing. Let's say we are going to the Vruksha. No question means you'll have to mute. Mute, please. No. So same thing with the Vruksha. So Vruksha we want to describe with Unnata. Now Vruksha Shabda is Pullinga. So we should be able to use interchangeably. So we are using Vrukshaha. So we use Unnataha, not Unnatam, Unnata. Because if you are pointing to this, because this is a Pullinga, that is in our mind, Vrukshaha. If you have some other word like Napumsakalinga word in mind, then you can refer to as, use that same lingam. Okay? But right now in our mind, for this object, we are using Vrukshaha, and because of that, we have to use Unnata in the same lingam, Unnataha. Okay? Similarly, it should be in the same Vachanam and Vibhakti also. Okay? So, if there are, first look at the Vachanam also. So, think the Visheshanam as if it is a replacement for the Visheshyam word. Okay? Then it will be easier to understand why this Vibhakti and Vachanam and Lingam should be same. Okay? So, if there are many trees, okay? So, what is the word for many trees? Bahuvachanam, Vrukshaha. Right? Vrukshaha, Bahuvachanam, Prathama Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam, Vrukshaha. Now, Unnata, we want to say tall trees. So there are many trees. This is Prathama Vibhakti Bahuvachana Rupam. So Unnata also we have to use it in the same Vibhakti Vachanam Lingam. So Unnataha. Because you can say only Unnataha. These are Unnataha. These for these the word for in Sanskrit is Ete. Ete Unnataha. I can also just say that Ete Unnataha, or I can say Ete Vrikshaha. Ete Vrikshaha means these are trees. Ete Unnataha means these are tall. Just like English, how do I say these are tall trees? I can also say Ete Unnataha Vrikshaha in that case. If you want to use both the words in the sentence, that is fine, tall trees. But you should be able to use both the words independently without using both the words in a sentence to point to the same object. You should be able to use them. So coming back to this example here, in the first line here, Khagaha dash dash upavishati. So here we want to use, let's say, Vrikshaha. First think of, you don't have to think first the Visheshanam, forget Visheshanam. So where does the Khagaha kutra upavishati? Khagaha kutra upavishati?
Vrikshe upavishati.
Vrikshe upavishati. Why are we using Vrikshe is which Vibhakti? Vibhakti ka?
Seven.
Saptami.
Saptami, correct. Saptami, like Rame, Vrikshe upavishati. Why are we using Saptami? Because we have seen. Because previously when we were looking at the Vibhakti table, Saptami Vibhakti is used. Saptami Vibhakti in or on. Yeah, in or on, etc. Wherever there is support kind of thing is implied. So then we use Saptami Vibhakti. So here there is one Vriksha. So we use Ekavachanam. Vrikshe upavishati. Now you think of bringing in the Visheshanam, Unnata. Now Unnata, you bring in Unnata. Now which Vibhakti Linga Vachana we have to think now. Now remember that you should be able to replace these words in the sentence. That is the concept that is the thinking you have to do. Yeah.
Okay, is that correct?
It's the Vriksha is in Saptami Vibhakti, so Unnate. It should be in the Saptami.
First think of Lingam. Vriksha is Pullingam.
Pullingam, yes.
So Unnata also should be Pullingam, and Saptami Ekavachana. So Unnate, just like Rame. Unnata also use it like Rama, and it becomes Unnate. Now if you so what is the total complete sentence now? Khagaha Unnate Vrikshe Upavishati. Now if you don't use Unnate in the sentence, how does it sound like? Khagaha Vrikshe Upavishati. That is correct. Now if you don't use Vrikshe, what happens? Khagaha Unnate Upavishati. Is that correct?
Yes.
No.
No.
Why not?
It's correct, right? Because it describes both the thing, right? Same thing.
Yeah, both are pointing to the same object. So it is correct. Khagaha Unnate Upavishati.
Sir, but it could be climbing the tree, or it could be climbing the building or something else, right? How do you distinguish whether it's being wanted to climb?
Well, upavishati would mean sitting, right?
People who are who do not have questions, please mute. Kartamaudu, please mute.
Yes, sir.
Please mute your line, please. this noise. If you don't have question, when you have question, you can unmute and ask. Yeah, sorry, Suresh Mode, what was the question?
Yeah, so what I was saying is that if we say Kagaha Unnate Upavishati, it could be referring that the bird is sitting on something tall. It could be a tree, it could be the building, or it could be anything else. How do we know that it is Unnate?
Right. Exactly. But in this context, you're right. I mean, if you just say Khagaha Unnate Upavishati, we don't know if you don't have the picture. If you don't have the picture, that is not clear. Now, I'll come back to this whiteboard. So this was our tree structure or tree diagram. So here some of the, or let's go back to that circle diagram. So there are many trees here, right? And we want to say that tall, these two trees are tall, okay, which is small, which is a smaller circle, correct? Now, referring to Suresh Mahodaya's question, now let's reverse the role here. There could be many tall objects, right? There may be tall building, tall tree, tall people, something like. So that becomes the circle. This is the reverse scenario now. Okay? So we are not taking the trees here, we are taking the tall objects here. So anything can be tall here. There could be tall building, tall person, tall pole, right? Tall trees. Now we want to say that we want to refer to the tree here. Okay? Within the tall objects, we want to distinguish the tree. Okay? So these two become the trees now. So these could be building, this could be building, this could be pole, this could be person, right? So the role can be reversed. You are right. What you are thinking is correct. Exactly that's how it works. The Visheshanam Vishesham can reverse their role. Right? When there are many tall objects and we want to say, we want to distinguish Ruksha, then we are saying that Rukshaha Unnataha or Unnata Ruksha. So without knowing the context, we won't know what you are talking, right? But in a sentence, both can be interchanged. Whichever is the whichever could be the Vishesham, whichever could be the Visheshanam. So, for example, if you take the flowers, suppose there are many flowers, same thing, many flowers. Some are red flowers. So these two are red flowers. Alternatively, there could be many red things, yeah, and two of them are flowers. So here the red becomes the Vishesham and flower becomes Visheshanam, because whichever is larger, in that larger group we are trying to specialize, give some special treatment to only few objects. That becomes the Vishesham out of the larger objects. So
So I have one question. So if we are talking about Rukshaha, when we say Unnataha, Ravuhu, we know this is referring to the size. But we also learned some names of some things like Amrapalaha, Narikelaha. So when we say Narikelaha Rukshaha, so is that Narikelaha now becoming Visheshana Pada?
Yeah, because it is a type of the Narikela is a type of the tree, right? There could be many trees. One is mango tree, one is this coconut tree, and many things. So Narikela Vrukshaha is the type of the tree.
Okay.
So with that, so with this Saptami Vibhakti we used here. So Unnate Vrukshe. So you put the Unnate before or later, or doesn't matter. Okay. unnate vrukshe or vrukshe unnate upavishati, because they both point to the same object. Now marjaraha dash dash arohati. Now here what happens? Now think of the general thing now. The general thing is vruksha here. Again, marjara, bidalaha or marjara, cat.
Sir, I got one doubt before that, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm seeing two birds. So can I use khagau?
Yes, you can use khagau, but what we have not seen so far is, in that case, upavishati means what? Upavishati, what is upavishati?
Upavishati is
what is the meaning?
Uttama Purusha Ekavachana.
No. Ekavachanam. It is Prathama Purusha. Ekavachanam.
Prathama Purusha, sorry. Prathama Purusha Ekavachana.
So it means sits. One thing sits. So if you use khagao, then there are two things. So you have to use the dvivachanam of this. So if you do, you know the dvivachanam, you can use it. Of the kriyapadam also.
Okay.
So now marjaraha. Now marjaraha dash dash arohati. Arohati means it climbs up. Marjaraha arohati. Now what is the general thing, general object here we want to say? Vruksham arohati. Vruksha is the word. Arohati. Now remember, first you have to, without thinking of the Visheshanam, just make a simple sentence. Marjaraha vruksha arohati. Now vruksha, now you have to first understand or determine which is the correct lingam. Vruksha lingam you already know, that is pullingam. But what is the vibhakti? Vachanam is easy because there is only one single tree here. So we use vruksha, that vachanam is clear. Now vibhakti you have to understand. Now different, some of the vibhaktis, most of the vibhaktis we have taken a quick look. At least the Prathama vibhakti, Ditiya vibhakti, Saptami vibhakti, Shashti vibhakti we have studied extensively. Now here arohati. Now arohati means what? Climbs. Now think, does it need a, what should be the vibhakti of this vruksha padam here? Vruksha shabda. Prathama Ditiya.
Saptami only, no? Here also Saptami I feel.
Not Saptami, because arohati you have to ask the question, kim arohati? Arohati means climbs. Kim arohati means what does it climb? Kim arohati. So now we get the answer, right? When we say kim when we ask the question kim arohati, if we get the answer, then this needs to be karma pada. That means Ditiya vibhakti, karma padam. Sakarmaka arohati means it needs a karma padam. So this should be a Ditiya vibhakti, vruksham arohati. So this becomes a Ditiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Now you can add any Visheshanam if you want. So you can select one of the, again if you want to select unnata, that is fine. Now unnata, obviously it has to be in the same lingam and vachanam. Now vibhakti also you can make it same. Vibhakti unnata, Ditiya vibhakti like vruksham will be unnatam. Unnatam vruksham arohati. Marjaraha unnatam vruksham arohati. Now if you, again you can go with the same. You can go with the same.
Can I ask?
Hold on. You can, let me finish the sentence. You can go with the same thing, thinking that you can use either of the words. Marjaraha vruksham arohati, marjaraha unnatam arohati. That's fine, because unnatam vruksha eva unnataha. Vruksha eva unnataha asti. So both are pointing to the same thing. Yes, question.
Marjaram laghu vruksham arohati. Laghu vruksham. Laghu, I cannot.
Marjaram, not marjaraha. Marjaraha.
Marjaraha laghu vruksham arohati.
That is also correct, because if we take laghu as avyayam, that laghu remains as laghu only. Now,
Guruji, I wrote like that, sir.
I have one thing to ask.
You wrote it, sir. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Lakshmikant.
How it is climbing on tree. So can it not be something?
No. Climbing the tree. So think like again. Forget that this one. So you ask the question: Kim arohati? Kim arohati? Vruksham arohati. What does it climb? Vruksham arohati.
Guruji, I wrote Marjaraha Shvetaha Vruksham Arohati. Is that okay?
Yeah, that is fine, because if you are describing the Marjara, Marjarasya Visheshanam Bhavati Shveta.
Shvetaha.
That is how you want to think, that's fine. So, you can also write Shvetaha, means Marjara's color is Shveta. Shvetaha Marjaraha Vruksham Arohati.
Okay.
Now, Suresh Mohdai, answer your question which you asked in the email. Let me add one more thing to this. Marjaraha vruksham arohati iti to asti. Vruksham arohati. Kidrusham vruksham unnatam vruksham. Vruksham katham asti? Unnatam asti. Unnatam vruksham arohati. So, etat vakyam asti. Now, this is the sentence. Now, Shvet, suppose I want to add another word here, another Visheshanam. Let's say Shveta only. That was the question of Suresh Mohdaya, whether Shveta or Varna. Varna means, I think you meant color, or Varna Padam, I don't know. Whether it is Avyayam.
Varna Padam, just the actual color, Shveta.
Shveta.
I wanted to know if that was Avyayam or not.
So here, actually, if you just want to say white, just white, not attribute, it is not a color of anything, just white color, then the Shveta is a Pullinga, because Varna, Shvetaha is a Pullinga, because Varnaha is a Pullinga word. Varnaha is always Pullinga. Varna is not a Visheshanam. Just Varna Varna word, the Shabda is not a Visheshanam. It is Varnaha is a Pullinga. But Shveta coming as a Visheshanam to something becomes a Visheshanam. Now, if you, in this case, in this sentence, if we want to describe Marjara with Shveta, so then because Marjara is Prathama Vibhakti, that's why we are keeping this Shvetaha, because Marjaraha is Prathama Vibhakti Pullinga Ekvachanam. So Shvetaha Marjaraha Unnatam Vruksham Arohati. Now suppose Vruksham is Shveta. Vruksha is Shveta. Unnatam api asti, Shvetaha api asti Vrukshaha. Unnataha api, Shvetaha api. So in that case, what are we going to do? Again, we will have to look at the generic term, Shabda, for that thing, that is Vruksham, Vrukshaha, but in this case we are using it in Dvitiya Vibhakti. So Shveta also we have to put it in Pullinga Dvitiya Ekavachanam. So Shvetam, it becomes Shvetam, just like Unnatam. Marjaraha Shvetam Unnatam Vruksham Arohati, means Vrukshaha Unnataha asti, it is tall, and Vruksha Shvetaha api asti, it is also white. But because Vruksha Pada here, Vruksham is in Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam, so Shvetam also we are going to put in Dvitiya Ekavachanam. So all three are pointing to the same object. Shveta is also same thing. I mean, it is the same object. Only it is a subset of, it is a special Vruksha. It is a special Vruksha, that is why we are calling it Shveta. And it has a tallness, so we are calling it Unnatam or Unnataha, and the Dvitiya Vibhakti Unnatam. So I think, and I hope, so with this idea, it should be clear now. Now, for the words which are used here, Sangeeta, Utpithika, Lagu, Asana, let me quickly go through them just to make clear which are Visheshanam and which are not. If you have any doubt, I encourage and recommend you to use the dictionaries. If you have any printed offline dictionary, that's fine. But for the online dictionary, I already circulated the video. So you try to use them. So it will give you more exposure, and probably you'll come back with more questions, because in the dictionary sometimes you find something which you are discussing here as Visheshanam, there it might be some other word there, which we are not describing as Visheshanam here. Maybe it might be having multiple forms there, multiple ways of using it, which might be true. So those things are interesting to know actually. So try to start using the dictionaries, because all the words, everything is impossible to cover in the class as well as any book or anything like that, any course. So it is a continuous study. As we come across these words, it's better to refer to the dictionaries. Now the other thing is, try to refer less on the English to Sanskrit dictionaries. Go with the other way, like Sanskrit to English is better, because English to Sanskrit, they are all most of the times they are all misleading kind of usage, because of the nature of the languages, two languages. Anyway, but somewhere you have to start.
Sir, can you tell regarding Mitrasya, that sentence? 10.
Which one? Mitrasya. Yeah, Mitrasya dash dash vastram. Okay,
I written Mitrasya Shweta Vastram.
That is correct. So Mitrasya Shweta Vastram is correct. So now there are two.
But before that dash I couldn't see.
Now when you use Shweta, you want to describe Vastram, correct?
Yes.
Do you want to say white Vastram?
Yes.
Yeah.
White Vastram.
So now again, what will be the form here? Don't say Shweta Vastram, because there are two different words. Shwetam Vastram, correct. Shwetam, correct. Now here you can add any other word here, like it doesn't have to be an adjective. Mitrasya Shwetam Vastram. If the Mitra friend is holding the Vastra in his hand, then you can use Haste.
Mitrasya Haste Shweta Vastram. Shwetam Vastram.
Mitrasya Shwetam Vastram, correct. Or if you want to describe Mitra, suppose Mitra is Unnata. Again, take Unnata only. So what are you going to say? Mitra is tall. Mitrasya.
Mitrasya Unnate Shwetam Vastram.
Not Unnate. So remember, we are describing Mitra. So Unnata should be in the same Vibhakti, Lingam, Vachanam. What is the Lingam of Mitra?
Mitra, Pullingam.
Napusakalingam. 5 times.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay.
This is confusion.
Yeah. Mitra as a friend is Napusakalingam. Mitra as a Surya is a Pullingam.
Yes.
So Napusakalingam.
Mitrasya Unnatam Shwetam Vastram.
Mitrasya Unnatasya
Unnatasya. No, Nageshwar Mohoday, if you make unnatam, then that becomes the description of vastram. Vastram shvetam asti, and vastram is also tall. So if you want to say unnata mitra, then make it of the same vibhakti. Here vibhakti is mitrasya, so make it unnatasya.
So this is adjective for mitraha. Unnata is the adjective for mitraha. So mitrasya unnatasya mitram. Mitrasya unnatasya shvetam vastram.
Yes. Because it is adjective to mitras, because they are in the same vibhakti. That's how we understand, right? Because the vibhaktis are same, they are pointing to the same object. In the real world, they are pointing to the same object. So unnatasya mitrasya, we are just putting this unnatasya later. But that important thing is that they are in the same vibhakti, lingam, vachanam. That is why they are pointing to the same object. That's why whether you put unnatasya before mitrasya or unnatasya after mitrasya, it is the same thing. Mitrasya unnatasya shvetam vastram.
So here what I read is mitrasya haste malinam vastram.
Yes, that is perfect. Yes. So if the vastram, that is how you sing malinam, or if it is not shveta. So this malina is also visheshana. So if vastram is malina, vastram is napunsakalingam ekavachanam, so malinam, correct. And if it is a vruksha, suppose vrukshaha is pullingam, and if you want to describe malina vruksha as a malina, then malinaha, it becomes malinaha vrukshaha, right?
Okay.
I wrote something like something next to this. Mitrasya haste malinaya vastram, which means cloth for cleaning. Is that a correct usage?
No, malinaya, no. Malina is not cleaning it. It is for malina is something which is it is not action. Malina is something. Malina is something which is dirty. Geeta Bhagini, any question?
No, sir. Now I have clarified.
Okay, so let me quickly. So Sangeeta is not a. What is the Sangeeta? It's not it's a Visheshanam nasti. The lingam kim? Sangeeta padasya lingam kim? Look up. Please look up. I mean, not now. Look up. Try to look up in the dictionary. So if it is not clear, that's why I have slowly started the previous homework. I had actually indicated the lingam also by writing Sangeetam there. Sangeetam is Napumsakalingam, Geetam. Yeah. Now I removed that so that you get that habit of looking up. First the doubt comes. When there is a doubt, either you remember what was there in the previous usages, what in our study, etc., or better you can look up the dictionary. So, Sangeetam and Utpitika, that is obvious because Utpitika, ka itself indicates most of the times Strilingam. Utpitika, and it is not a Visheshanam. Laghu is an adjective, is a Vyam also, it is used as an adjective, Visheshanam also. And Asana is Napunsakalingam, Asanam, not a Visheshanam. Shveta is a Visheshanam. So Shvetaha, Shveta, Shvetam. In the three things it can become. No, Laghu has a, when it is used in the Pullinga, Napunsakalingam, Strilingam, it is slightly unusual forms. Like Laghuhu, like Guruhu, it is Laghuhu. That is in Pullinga is easy, like Guru Shabda. In Napunsaka it is just laghu. Yeah, laghu. There is no visarga, nothing. There is a Napunsakalinga, Ukaranta Napunsakalinga Shabda called Madhu. So, see these words, no, try to, I mean, these words, no, the Madhu, these things we are not touching in this course, but in some later in the next level, etc., they might come. But why wait until that? You just go somewhere, go to dictionary, go to Shabda Manjari, go to somewhere and look up. It's not that hard. So, for example, this is online, I have already given here. So, go here, Ajanta Pullinga is masculine noun ending words, the neuter nouns ending in vowels. So, one of them is Madhu here. So, go to Madhu and see what are the forms. So, similarly, the Laghu will be similar forms. Yeah. And so, here there is a Shabda Manjari book you can download, or if you can buy, if you want to buy any. This is a free download. This is a old and good book. But the main thing is that try looking up, get used to the develop the habit of looking up these words. So in the Strilinga, the Laghu becomes Lagvi, like Nadi Shabda. It becomes Lagvi. But anyway, if you want to just say insignificant, you can just use Laghu like in a Vyam only. Just keep it Laghu. Whether it's Pullinga, Strilinga, Napunsakalinga, Bahuvachanam, Laghu.
Mahodaya, so if we are describing Utputika, then Lagvi, right? We can use Lagvi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Asana is Asanam, Napunsakalinga, Shweta, Shwetam is a Visheshanam. Akashaha, Pullinga, that we have used many times before. Jalashaya is a Pullinga word, Jalashaya. Rukshaha, then Madhura Visheshanam, Madhura, Madhura, Madhuram. Sukhakara, here Sukhakara is a Visheshanam, and I have seen some. So here my intention was, to use Sukhakara with Vayu. Obviously you can use with Sukhakara with any other thing also here. But my original thought was with using Sukhakaraha Vayuhu Akashe Sancharati. This was the original thought. Sukhakaraha Vayu means Hitakaraha. What do you say in English for Hitakara? Sukhakara? Whatever. But you understand that. Sukhakaraha, Hitakaraha.
Comfortably.
Comfortable. Sukhakaraha Vayuhu Akashe Sancharati. That is the word. So,
Laghu is Napusakalinga. Laghu is Napusakalinga.
Only Laghu is Napunsakalinga, or you can use it as Avyam also. Avyam means it can be used as an adjective to any other word which could be in Pullinga, Strilinga, Napunsakalinga or any Vachanam. You can keep it Laghu. But if you want to be specific, there is another form of Laghu which can be used as a real adjective. Laghuhu, like Guruhu, is a Pullinga Shabda, and Lagvi is a Strilinga Shabda, and just Laghu is an Napunsakalinga Shabda. But then if you use it as a Napunsakalinga Shabda, then you'll have to change its form as a if the Vishesham is Bahuvachanam, etc. Okay? And Vibhakti also changes. That is why I showed you the Vibhakti table like Madhu Shabda. Like go to refer to Madhu Shabda and there is Madhu Shabda. You can go to Madhu Shabda and look up. Okay? How does it look like? There is Madhu. Yeah. Madhu, Madhuni, Madhuni, like this. Guru, Guruni, Guruni. Laghu, Laguni, Laguni, like this. Laghu, Laguni, Laguni. All these kind of forms you will have to form if it is Napunsakalingam. Yeah. Anyone?
Guruji.
Yeah.
For the last one, you said Sukhakarah Vayuhu Akashe Sancharati. I thought the wind, the pleasant breeze blowing from the sky, so I used the Panchami that you taught. I thought Akashat Sancharati is wrong.
Not Akashat.
Because you said Parvatat Nadi Vahati, river is flowing from the river.
So here Akash is everywhere, right? Akash is Avakash,
okay.
Just space.
Okay. Thank you.
Then Sukhakaraha Vayuhu Vati Sancharati, and then Prangana is Pranganam. Prangana. What is Prangana? Is Pullinga or Napunsakalinga? Anybody looked up?
Pullinga.
Navutsav.
What is that?
It is
Pranganam is Navutsav.
Yeah, they're giving it a Napunsakalinga. Pranganam.
Well, that is courtyard.
Yeah, courtyard. Napunsakalinga. Unnata, Visheshanam. Santushta Visheshanam. Santushta, Santushtam. Sundara, Sundari, Sundaram. Visheshanam. Hastaha, Pullingam. Ruddhaha. It is a Visheshanam actually. If we are referring to a person, male person, Ruddhaha, Ruddha, Ruddham. All three can be there. Then Jalam is Napunsakalingam. Samipam is an adjective, Visheshanam. But we are using it as a Kriya, as something which is close. The object itself is not having that quality, right? Samipa. So we are saying that something is close. So Samipam asti or Samipe asti. You can use both ways. Samipam asti or Samipe asti. Something is close by. Then Malina is Visheshanam and Dina is Napunsakalingam. Dinam. So we have come across the Visheshanam and Vishesham, these kind of examples, Udaharanani. In the Prathama Vibhakti we saw like Khagaha, Marjaraha Shvetaha Asti. That was a Prathama Vibhakti Udaharanam. And Dvitiya Vibhakti Udaharanam kim asit? Marjaraha Vruksham Arohati, Unnatam Vruksham Arohati. Then Saptami Vibhakti Udaharanam Khagaha Unnate Vrukshe Upavishati. These are some of the examples in Prathama, Dvitiya, Saptami we have seen. Now let's make up some example which is in Tritiya Vibhakti or Shashti Vibhakti. Shashti Vibhakti first. What is the Shashti Vibhakti Udaharanam? That also we saw, I think. Mitrasya Unnatasya Mitrasya Malinam Vastram. Okay. So that we saw the example. Now Panchami Vibhakti. Like Bhagini was saying, Akashat Vayuhu Sancharati, something like that. Parvatat Nadi Vahati. From mountain Nadi flows. Parvatat Nadi Vahati. Now we want to describe Parvata. Parvata is also tall. Unnataha Parvataha Asti. So Parvatat Nadi Vahati. How are we going to change the Unnata word now? Unnata word. Parvatat Nadi Vahati. Unnataha Parvataha Asti. Tasmat Parvatat Nadi Vahati. Now Unnata padam Visheshanam bhavati. So Unnata padasya Rupam kim bhavati? Unnatat. Unnatat. Similar to Parvatat Panchami Vibhakti. So Unnatat Parvatat Nadi Vahati. Unnatat Vrukshat Phalam Patati. Unnatat Vrukshat Paranam Patati. These are the general examples. Now let's take तृतीया विभक्ति. तृतीया विभक्ति उदाहरणं राम शब्दस्य तृतीया विभक्ति रूपं किम्? एकवचन रूपं राम शब्दस्य
रामेण. रामेण.
रामेण. So I was about to open the table. Thank you. Ramena. So something like this. Let's think of a sentence. So when is the Tritiya Vibhakti used generally? If you look at the example I had given, by, right? By or with.
Yes.
By or with. So something, think of a sentence like by or with.
Guruji, Guruji, I had used the Tritiya Vibhakti as Putri Santushtena Prangane Kridati.
Putri Prangane Kridati. Iti to samyak. That is correct.
Okay.
Putri Prangane Kridati. Now Santushtena means what?
With happiness.
See, remember, santushta is what? It is not happiness. It is happy person. Happy something.
Okay.
So that's what we discussed so far, right? They have to point to an object.
Okay.
Visheshanam means it is not a quality. It is the thing, which it is referring to the thing.
Okay.
So then Putri Kridati.
Can we say Sukhakarena then?
No, because Sukhakarena means what? You will have to think like if somebody is Sukhakara there, it may be. I mean, it may be. That's how you have to think. Suppose Putri Idanim Kridati. Putri Kridati. Suppose Putri, this is Putri, right? This is Putri.
Yeah.
Kridati. Prangane tu satyam. Prangane tu Kridati. But she is playing with a friend. Yeah?
So Putri Santushtena.
I think here Santushta is the correct word.
Mitrena Kridati, that is correct. But if this friend is Santushta, then you can say Mitrena Santushtena Mitrena Kridati. Then you can actually omit. I mean, you can leave out that Mitrena. And you can just say Santushtena Kridati, thinking that this person is Santushta. And you cannot use Santushtena because this person is Strilinga. Santushtena is Pullinga.
Correct.
Yeah, so you have to use the Vilinga form of Santushta. Strilinga Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachana form of Santushta. If you know that, you can use it. And this is how if you are thinking like this, it is correct.
Okay.
So I wrote something like Putri Santushtav Prangane Kridati.
Putri
Santushtav. This is Tritiya Vibhakti.
See again, Putri Santushtana, because both there are Santushta means there should be two objects which are happy and they should be in Pullinga first of all. And then Kridati also changes. Kridati also should be in the Dvivachanam because you are using Santushtav. Right? So all that has to change. So just to keep it simple for now, Putri Kridati, that's okay. Now, but that is by or with. Let's think of by first. With is one thing. This by or with is like with somebody is one thing, but doing action using something as an instrument. Think like that. Like,
Panchalika.
No. Forget this picture. Think out of this box.
Guruji, will it be Ramena Saha Krishnaha Chalati?
hold on. Let's not introduce as Saha now.
Okay.
So suppose if you are writing likhati, right? Don't you use some instrument to write?
Ankani or lekhani.
Yeah, right. So how do you write that? How do you say that? Aham likhami. Aham likhami is a sentence. Aham likhami. Now Ankani is there. Ankani. Now you can use the Tritiya Vibhakti, by the pen or with the pen, or by or with the pen. Likhami. Tritiya Vibhakti. Ankani is a strilinga like Nadi Shabda. Tritiya becomes Nadya or Ankanya. Aham Ankanya likhami. So aham Ankanya likhami. This becomes aham Ankanya likhami. Now suppose Ankani is beautiful. So what are we going to say? So Ankani katham asti?
Ankani sundaram asti.
No, not sundaram.
Sundari, yeah.
Ankani sundari asti. So aham Ankanya likhami. So Ankanya, Sundari also has to change like this.
Sundarya.
Sundarya. Aham Sundarya Ankanya likhami. Now suppose like say Bhima is hitting somebody with what is the Bhimasya ayudham kim?
Gadha.
Gada,
not Gadha.
Gada.
Bhimasya ayudham Gada. Okay. Note the sentence here. Bhimasya ayudham Gada. So Gada shabdasya lingam kim?
Strilingam.
Strilingam. Akaram.
Bhimasya Gada ayudham padasya lingam.
Ayudham Napunsakalingam.
Napunsakalingam. Good. Bhimasya Gada ayudham. Bhimasya ayudham Gada. Now suppose Bhima is hitting somebody with Gada. So Bhimaha hit for hitting, we use Tadayati. Bhimaha Tadayati. Now we want to say using the Gada. Now here we have to use the third Tritiya Vibhakti. Ekavachanam Gada Shabdasya like Rama, Lata, Uma Shabda. What is the Tritiya Vibhakti? Ekavachanam?
Gadaya. ताड़यति मीनिंग क्या है सर?
ताड़यति मारता है.
मारता है नहीं? गदाया.
ताड़यति गदया. गदया. नीला देवी सर
गदया चतुर्थी.
नीला देवी को पता है. गदया.
गदया चतुर्थी. चतुर्थी.
Which is चतुर्थी?
Gadaya.
No. Tritiya. Chaturthi not. Bhimaha.
Tritiya is Gadayana is comes.
Akaranta Strilinga Shabda.
Strilinga. Yes, sir.
Not Gadena. Gadena, if it is like Ramayana, is the Pullinga. But this Gada is not the Pullinga. So there is no Gadena. Gadaya. Like Neela Devi said, गदया
रमया
रमया अभ्यासं करोति सा भीमः गदया ताडयति ओके अहम् अन्नं खादामि
मन्दं खादामि अल्लु अल्लु ले जाना अल्लु
अहम् अन्नं
मंदम का मीनिंग धीरे धीरे है
मंदम ना अन्नम अन्नम
अन्नम अन्नम अन्नम नहीं मंदम बात कर रहा मैं अन्नम खादे
Somebody has to mute Gita again. अहम अन्नम खादामि नाउ इसका मतलब क्या है मैं अन्न खाता हूँ अभी किससे खाता हूँ मैं अन्न हाथ से खाता हूँ हाथ से
हाथ
हाँ हाथ का वर्ड क्या है शब्द हाथ के लिए
हाथ का नाम क्या है सर
हस्त हस्त
हस्त हस्त हस्त
इसका तृतीया विभक्ति एकवचन क्या है तृतीया विभक्ति हस्त
हस्ताय
हाँ तृतीया यथा रामेण
हस्तेन
हस्तेन अहम अन्नम हस्तेन खादामि
अहम हस्तेन अन्नम हस्तेन खादामि
मैं हाथ से अन्न खाता हूँ हस्तेन खाता नो हस्तेन नास्ति सपोज चमच है चमच 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 को चमच बोलते हैं चमच
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 चमच चमच हम
चमच
अहम अन्नं खादामि चमच शब्दस्य तृतीया विभक्ति किम्
चमसेन
चमसेन like चमस is a pullinga word चमसः चमसेन अहम अन्नं चमसेन खादामि like this we have to you can use रमा जलं पिबति let's leave that okay so I think tritiya vibhakti is clear
चषकेन
चषकेन जलं पिबति चषकः चषकः चषक means glass चषक glass using glass चषकेन रमा चषकेन जलं पिबति correct now अहम अन्नं खादामि हस्तेन खादामि अस्ति अहम हस्तेन अन्नं खादामि now अन्नं कुत्र अस्ति where is अन्न कहाँ है पात्रम और स्थालिका प्लेट स्थालिका so in the plate स्थालिका प्लेट में so सप्तमी विभक्ति क्या होगा इसका
स्थालिकायां
स्थालिके
no who is saying स्थालिके how does it become स्थालिके
स्थालिकायां
स्थालिकायाम् अहं हस्तेन अन्नं खादामि अहं हस्तेन स्थालिकायाम् अन्नं खादामि अन्नं स्थालिकायाम् अस्ति तो अहं खादामि तत् हस्तेन so this is the some examples with the tritiya vibhakti. Now so we saw the all the vibhaktis. One is remaining is chaturthi vibhakti. Chaturthi vibhakti is used Chaturthi vibhakti is used when you are giving something to somebody. Like the aham pustakam dadami. So aham pustakam dadami to whom? किसको देना है पुस्तक?
मित्राय.
रामाय.
Okay, Ramaya. Let's say Ramaya. Okay. Aham pustakam Ramaya dadami. मैं पुस्तक राम को दूंगा. So aham pustakam Ramaya dadami. So Ramaya is a chaturthi vibhakti. Now suppose we want to describe this adjective Visheshanam. So Ramaya, and we want to say he is also our friend. Friend. Mitra. So Mitra is a, here it comes as a Visheshanam here. Now here because Ramaya is already there. Now we have to distinguish, there could be many Ramas. What kind of Rama is this? He is a Mitra, he is a friend. So this is distinguishing it. Mitraya Ramaya. Aham pustakam Mitraya Ramaya dadami. Okay. So whatever is it describing, first use it. We think of the sentence. If you are just reading it, think that there is no Visheshanam. So the sentence becomes easier to read. Aham pustakam. Nageshwar Mohoday, please mute. Somewhere the noises.
Hello.
No, Lakshmikant Mohoday, mute.
हाँ भाई बोला.
Aham pustakam Mitraya Ramaya dadami. So without Mitraya it becomes Aham pustakam Ramaya dadami. That becomes easier to read. So even if you are writing, thinking, that also you can first make the sentence without Visheshanam, then you can bring the Visheshanam describing it. Aham pustakam Rama Mitraya Ramaya dadami. Now note that here
so we can also add Visheshanam to pustakam, right? So you can say aham unnatam pustakam Ramaya dadami.
Correct. Aham unnatam pustakam Ramaya dadami. Correct. Now one underline here. I said Mitraya is a Visheshanam because it is describing Ramaya, but it is a Visheshanam, but note that Mitram is always an Apumsakalinga Shabda. So if you are giving it to some Stri, not Rama, so what will be the, suppose if you are giving it to Rama, what is the Chaturthi Vibhakti of Rama? Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekvachanam?
Ramayai.
Ramayai. So aham pustakam Ramayai dadami. Now this Mitraya does not change the lingam. Okay, so keep it Mitraya only because Mitram is always an Apumsakalingam. So unlike, because it is not a quality. So only when there is a quality those becomes the actual visheshanam which change the lingam, vachanam, vibhakti. But in this case, lingam does not change, vachanam, vibhakti changes, because that can change. Because Ramaya is there, if there are many stris or many balikas, then this could be bahuvachanam, then this could be also bahuvachanam. But lingam does not change for mitra, because it is not a quality, it is another word.
So Guruji, what will it be for Ramaye if you want to put mitra? Will it be mitraya?
Mitraya only.
Oh.
Guruji, so far we have learned only Vartaman Kal.
Guruji.
Hello?
So far we are talking in Vartaman Kal. What about Bhuta Kal and Bhavishya Kal?
Yeah, that will be done in Bhavishyat Kala sometime. Okay.
Guruji, aham, abo sentence aham astena annam salikayam kadami. Salikayam, what vibhakti?
Saptami.
I have it out there. Acha. Salika is?
Salika is plate.
Plate. It is, we considered it as for striling.
Yes.
Okay.
Guruji, गृहाभ्यास उत्तरपत्रं कृपया ददातु.
Yeah, Preshami, now for one or two I sent it, I think, but I did not want to send it because I wanted to discuss and think over it properly.
Idanim.
Yeah, Idanim. Preshami. And these fill in the blanks kind of thing. This fill in the blanks kind of thing exercises, sometimes it takes time, and there could be multiple options or the combinations possible than the one which I send, right? That is possible, because sometimes some people might think like Marjara Shvetaha, sometimes people might think like Mitrasya Haste Malinamastam, some people might write Mitrasya Haste Shvetam Vastram. That is, both are fine. So that is the intention actually. So the intention of such exercises to underline the fact that in Sanskrit, especially, the style of Sanskrit is multiple ways. The context is important, understanding important from the speaker's point of view. It's not like, okay, you select this, that is okay, done. So main thing is the formation of the sentence depends on the speaker or who wants to say something. So how they want to form the sentence, there is a freedom. They have to think and form the sentences accordingly. Okay. Now Lakshmikanta Mahoday will do the Bhavishyat Kala Bhuta Kala also shortly, once we progress.
Okay.
So this Subhashitam today, we'll look at the Subhashitam. Ramaprasad Mahoday, can you please read this?
Yeah, Guruji. Yeah. Arambha Gurvi, आरम्भगुर्वी क्षयिणी क्रमेण लघ्वी पुरा वृद्धिमती च पञ्चात् वृद्धिमती च पञ्चात्.
Is it too small? पश्चात्.
पश्चात्. दिनस्य पूर्व दिनस्य
पूर्वार्ध
परार्ध भिन्न चायेव मैत्री कलसज्जनानाम्.
Okay. So here first one is Arambha Gurvi Kshayini Kramena. So this is a good example of Visheshanam Vishesham also here. So as you remember this one, which will be useful to understand again. Arambha Gurvi Kshayini Kramena Laghvi Pura Vruddhimati Cha Paschat. So what does this mean? दिनस्य पूर्वार्ध परार्ध भिन्ना छायेव मैत्री कलसज्जनानां. No, छायेव, in that there are two words. Chaya, what I am writing? Chaya iva. There are two words there, so just you can read it like this. Khalasajjananam. What is the vibhakti here? Khalasajjananam.
Napunsakalinga.
No, vibhakti.
Vidya.
Saptami.
No, Saptami.
Oh, sorry.
Saptami.
This is Bahuvachanam, Shashti Bahuvachanam. We are not, if you look at the table, we have not studied it, but like Ramasya, there is a Ramanam, like that, Khalasajjananam. This means of Khala and Sajjana. Of Khala and Sajjana. Khala means Dushtajanaha. Dushtajanaha, Khala Janaha. So Khala and Sajjana means Dushta and Sajjana. Of them, Maitri. Maitri means Mitrata. Sneha Bhavaha. Maitri, friendship.
Friendship, yeah.
Khala Sajjanana means if we do the friendship with the Khala Janam, means Khala Janaha, means Dushta Janaha, and if we do the friendship with Maitri with Khala Sajjana, what is the difference? Dinasya Purvartha Parardha Bhinna Chaya Iva. Chaya Iva. Chaya means Chaya.
Shade.
Shade. Chaya.
Shade of shadow, right?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Neela Devi, somebody repeat in Hindi also. Chaya. Chaya in Hindi, Chaya only, right?
Chaya only.
No.
Shadow.
Shadow. Chaya Iva Maitri. If you do a friendship with Khala, Dushtajanaha and Sajjanaha, their friendship is like Maitri is like Chaya Iva. Iva means like. Chaya Iva. But what is the difference? Dinasya Purvartha Parardha Bhinna. Dinasya Purvardhe Chaya Bhinna Bhavati. See, Bhinna. Bhinna is a Visheshana Padam. So Chaya is Strilinga, that's why it's Bhinna. Purvardha Parardha Bhinna. Purvardhe means in the first half. Before
noon. Before noon.
Yeah, before noon. Dinasya Purvam Purvardhe Chaya Katham Bhavati. In the very early morning, 6 o'clock, 6 baje, shadow, is it long or short?
Will be very long.
Yeah, very long. And as the day increases, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, noon. So what will be the shadow? How? Huh?
Becomes shorter.
Shorter.
Noon
Becomes
is
smaller. So that is there is janasya purvartha chaya. Janasya purvartha chaya kim bhavati? Shorter and shorter. Alpa bhavati. Alpa and alpa. Nyuna bhavati. Anantaram parardhe. Parardhe kim bhavati? After 12 o'clock it grows. Vardhanam bhavati. Chaya tasya vardhanam bhavati. It increases. So similarly, Maitri khalasajjananam, dushtajananam Maitri dinasya purvarthe chaya katham bhavati? Adau chaya dirgha bhavati. Anantaram chaya alpa bhavati. So like that, with the dushta jana, with the khala jana, initially starting they are very friendly and slowly the friendship goes down. And with sajjanas, initially it is less, it is small, and then but it grows as the time progresses, like that. So that is what they have given here. Arambha gurvi, arambha gurvi. Gurvi means, what is guru? Guru shabda? Guru, what is guru? Huh?
Teacher.
That is guru, who is pulling the teacher. So here, but generally guru is which is big. Guru means big. Like lagu. Lagu is opposite. Viruddha shabda is guru.
Hard.
Huh?
Hard. H-A-R-D. Hard.
Lagu guru.
Hard and soft.
Lagu means small, guru means big. That is the viruddha shabda. So as we saw before, that lagvi is, what is lagvi?
It's the lagvi, strilinga form of lagu.
Strilinga form. Why is it in strilinga form? Because it is visheshanam to chaya. Chaya strilingam asti iti karanat. Strilinga padam asti iti karanat. Lagvi padam api strilinga padam atra. So lagvi chaya. So, and similarly all are strilinga here. Gurvi is also strilinga. Like laghu becomes lagvi, guru becomes strilinga gurvi. When it is big. Strilinga. Chaya gurvi asti. Arambha gurvi means arambha kale gurvi chaya means big chaya. And kramena kshayini. Kramena means gradually. Kramena. Kshayini. Kshayini is also strilinga. Again it is a visheshanam of chaya, strilingam. Kshayini. Kshayini means it becomes lessons. It becomes smaller and smaller. Arambha gurvi kramena kshayini. Kramena tasya kshayah bhavati. Chayayaha kshaya bhavati. Anantaram pura lagvi. Pura means adau. Means initially. Pura. Pura lagvi. Pura is a avayam here. Avayam. Lagvi is strilingam visheshanam to chaya. Pura chaya lagvi bhavati. Paschat kim bhavati. Paschat is also avayam. Pura and paschat avayam. Paschat means anantaram. Vruddhimati. Vruddhimati is visheshanam to chaya. That is also strilingam. Buddhimati, vruddhimati, like that. Srimati. They are all strilinga visheshanam. Vruddhimati chaya. Vruddhimati means it has a quality of increasing. Vruddhimati. So this is a similarity given here. Arambha gurvi kshayini kramena chaya adau arambhe arambha kale gurvi bhavati kramena kshayini bhavati pura lagvi bhavati. Pura means adau आरम्भकाले खलजनस्य मैत्री किं भवति लघ्वी भवति नो नाट् खलजनस्य सज्जनस्य मैत्री लघ्वी भवति आदौ अनन्तरं वृद्धिमती अनन्तरं तस्य वर्धनं भवति परन्तु खलस्य दुष्टजनस्य मैत्री कथं भवति आरम्भकाले गुर्वी भवति अनन्तरं क्षयिणी भवति क्रमेण कथम् इदानीम् उदाहरणमस्ति अत्र कथं छाया एव दिनस्य पूर्वार्धे पूर्वकाले तस्य मध्याह्नात् पूर्वं दिनस्य छाया आदौ गुर्वी अनन्तरं लघ्वी भवति अनन्तरम् अपराह्णे छाया कथं भवति आदौ लघ्वी अनन्तरं वृद्धिमती भवति तथैव दुष्टानाम् अनन्तरं सज्जनानामपि मैत्री स्नेहः भवति इति अर्थः
पुरा इस् नाट् पुरा
पुरा इस् पूर्वं
पूर्वं
मीन्स् बिफोर् इनिशियलि अस्तु
Sir, parartha bhinna, what is the meaning?
Purvardha parartha bhinna means it's a compound word here, but you can split it. Purvardha dinasya purvardha parartha bhinna chaya means purvardha bhinna purvardhe tatha pararthe means bhinna asti chaya means chaya has a different nature in the purvardha and parartha of dina.
It's a difference. Okay.
पूर्वार्धे छाया दिनस्य पूर्वार्धे भिन्ना भवति दिनस्य परार्धे अपि तस्य छाया भिन्ना भवति भिन्ना मीन्स डिफरेंट Any general question about today's topics we talked? Is it better? Is it clear now? I hope so.
गुरुजी
भगिनी
हेलो ये लघु गुरु यहाँ नपुंसकलिंग है इज दिस नपुंसकलिंगम
No, the ones which are used here they are strilingam lagvi gurvi strilingam
okay so lagvi gurvi strilingam
like nadi shabda
nadi okay
but chaya is strilingam so right chaya is strilingam strilingam akaranta like rama shabda strilingam chaya akaranta this is akaranta strilingam but this lagvi gurvi these are also strilinga but these are ikaranta dirgha ikaranta but they are visheshanam to chaya because gurvi and lagvi they don't have akara rupa they have to be an ikara only gurvi and lagvi in strilingam
okay
so it is very difficult all these and are relating to chaya to know all these visheshana is related to chaya is getting known is very difficult.
Chinese also the Chinese strilingam that is also visheshanam rudyamati visheshanam then what bhinna is visheshanam
when we are explaining it is simple but independently
one approach is just one general approach is just forget all this analysis and just start reading the books good books then
so you will give list of good books simple good books
simple good books simplest I can think of is Ramayana that is very simple actually to read but there are other simple books also but generally if, like a Gadyam means the prose if you want to read there are simple books
Tulsi Ramayana
no not Tulsi Ramayana Valmiki Ramayana
so is it available on line
yes it's complete with go to valmikiramayana.net I think there is complete each and every shloka and each and every word meaning is available. Not only that,
sir, one appeal to all. Ramayana is a grantha which should be it should be available in every house. Gita Press is printing Ramayana books, Valmiki Ramayana books in different languages also, in Devanagari also. It's very cheap at cost. Please try to acquire it and keep it in the house. It's a treasure just like our valuables. Every house should have Ramayana and Bhagavata. That is my appeal. Please don't mistake me.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll stop here if there are no other questions.
Sir, one more thing. I congratulate Vivekananda. Study has very good writing, handwriting.
Right, yeah.
We have seen WhatsApp group, and I